How to tie a tie. 6 easy tie knot. Unsure how to tie a tie? Follow our easy step-by-step instructions on how to tie different knots, including the Windsor and double Windsor. How to tie a Windsor knot featuring a polished triangular shape. The Windsor knot offers a good option for good job interview presentations and special occasions because of its wide appearances. The knot looks best with a spread collar shirt. Although it may appear complicated, trying the full Windsor knot is accomplished without much difficulty. Here is the 8 steps of the full Windsor knot. To try to begin the full Windsor knot, raise the shirt collar and drape the tie around the neck so that the wide end is on the right side and extends about 12 inches below the narrow end. Cross the wide part over the tie of the narrow part. Pull the wide end up through the opening at the neck and then down. Pass the wide end underneath and to the right of the narrow part of the wrong side facing out. Cross the wide part over to the left of the narrow part with the correct side facing out. Pull the wide end up through the opening at the neck. Bring it down, pass it through the loop of the front. Holding the dangling part with one hand, slide the knot carefully towards the collar with an open hand until snug, and then lower the collar. How to tie the half Windsor knot. The half Windsor knot offers a triangular and symmetrical shape for a classic presentation. Because it's smaller than the full Windsor knot, it works best with wider, medium wide ties and pairs well with any dress shirt. And it has few simple instructions. The half Windsor knot comes together easily. As with the full Windsor knot, begin the process by raising the shirt collar, drape the tie around the neck so that the wide end of the right extends to roughly about 12 inches below the narrow end. And as you see, we have the 9 steps of the half Windsor. Cross the wide part of the narrow part. Cross the wide part behind the narrow part so that the wrong side is facing out. Bring the wide end up and over to the left. Pull it through the opening at the neck so it lays wrong side out. Bring the wide end over and the narrow part of the right to the left, which is the correct side facing up. Bring the wide end up through the neck loop. When bringing it down, insert it through the loop at the front end of the collar. Adjust the knot by sliding it upward with one hand and holding the tails with the other. Lower the shirt collar to complete the look. How to tie a 4-in-hand knot, and it works well with wide neckties and heavy fabrics. It looks most attractive when worn with a standard button-down shirt, and with a follow easy steps, people can tie a 4-in-hand knot in a matter of minutes. This is just 7 quick steps as you see in the 4-in-hand knot. To complete this knot, raise the shirt collar and drape the tie around the neck so that the wide end of the is on the right side and extends roughly 12 inches below the narrowed end. Bring the wide part of the tie across the narrow part. Then bring the wide part underneath the narrow part. Bring the wide side over the top of the narrow part. Bring the wide side up through the large loop of the neck with the loose hold on the knot. Insert the wide end in an inward-downward direction in the front of the loop. Holding the bottom narrow part of the tie with one hand, slide the knot upward until it is neat and snug. Lower the shirt to complete the look. The Trinity knot offers a stylish look patterned after the Trinity symbol, with a more complex design than the Windsor and the 4-in-hand knot. Trying the Trinity knot is a little bit more complicated, but it makes a fashion statement for formal functions. Here is the Trinity knot. It is 13 steps, but like I said, it is more elegant in a formal setting. To tie the knot, raise the shirt collar and drape the tie around the neck with a wide edge hanging on the right side just above the navel. Just below the collar, pinch the wide side of the tie longwise to form a dimple in the fabric. Take the thin part and cross it over in the thick part. Then bring the thin end up through the neck opening. Bring it back down towards the right side. Cross it under the thick part of the tie and to the right other side, which is the wrong side up. Bring the narrowed end up. Pull it through the neck opening and towards the right, to form a heart shape. Move it across the heart shape and bring it up to the neck loop. Pull it through the knot. Keep the top loop of the knot loose. Then move it behind the thick portion of the other side. Bring it now short end up through the loose loop. Adjust the knot for tightness and symmetry, and tuck the end of under the neckline. Folding down the shirt line is the finished look. How to tie a Pratt knot, also known as a Shelby knot. The Pratt knot offers a stylish look for any dress shirt. Because this knot is thinner than the Windsor knot, it works well with a fashion of lightweight and medium ties. The Pratt knot requires a few simple steps, which is 1 through 7 here is stated. To begin the Pratt knot, raise the shirt collar and drape the tie wrong side up with the wide side hanging on the right side through roughly around 12 inches lower than the narrow end. Cross the wide part of the tie under the narrow part. Bring the wide end loop it through the opening and at the neck and the tightening. Across the wide end to the right with the correct side up, pulling it through the neck opening, bringing it down through the knot loop. Slide and adjust the knot gently and lower the shirt collar to complete the process. How to tie an Eldridge knot, which is an intricate design. The Eldridge knot makes a bold statement. While tying this knot involves a variety of steps, a process is not as complicated as it seems. Some knots are created to be a wide portions of the tie. This knot is fashionably entirely this narrow portion. And you can see there are 17 steps to the Eldridge knot, but it is elegant. To begin the Eldridge knot, raise the shirt collar and drape the tie so the wide ends lay on the right side just below the navel. Pinch the thicker side of the tie near the collar to create a dimple long ways. Bring the thin part over the thick part of the tie. Bring the thin part under the thick part of the tie, wrong side up. Bring the thin part up towards the neck. Bring it down through the neck loop to the right, wrong side up. Going left, take it to the right, to the front of the knot. Take it through the neck loop. Bring it back down to the right. Bring it behind the right part of the tie to the left, wrong side up. Take it across the front of the right and through the loop, creating the previous steps. Tighten the knot by pulling the narrow end to the right. Bring the end straight up through the neck loop to the right of the knot. And again, bring it up over the knot to the left of the knot, keeping the knot loose. Bring the short tail up to the right and through the loop it just creates. Just pull to tighten, tuck the ends behind the neckline to the left, lower the shirt collar, and you have a smart finished look. There are all kinds of necktie accessories. Men and women who wear neckties may wish to enhance functions and fashions of their necktie accessories. People can choose from various types of accessories to keep ties in places and add a hint of style, such as a tie bar, which slides across the middle of the tie to keep it in place, a tie clip, which attaches to the same area by clipping into the place, a tie tech, which features a pin and a base and a chain to keep the tie from shifting, a tie chain, which features a bar and a chain combination, and a tie strap, which slips through the label of the tie back and attaches to the shirt. By presenting a polished look for work or social occasions, necktie enhancements with a wardrobe of men and women, straight ties come in a narrow patterns, colors and fabrics for every season and situations, and a variety of different tying knots keep them looking sharp.